Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. You guys, I've just felt inspired to come on and talk to you guys about something. I've gotten a couple of messages from some people who have relapsed recently, and man, I can tell you I know a lot about relapse. Hey, Angel, what's up, girl? Hey, Krissy, love you. Hey, Annie. Hey, Shay. Hey, everybody. Okay, cool. Let's do another live. So I've gotten a couple of DMs and some emails and some just messages. Hey, Rachel. And hey, Tobias. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Yay. What's up, guys? Okay, so I'm getting messages from some people that are struggling, you guys, that have relapsed in the last couple days or so. And I want to talk about it. So here's the deal, you guys. Like, when you relapse, okay, and you know, like, I relapsed. I fucked up. Like, what do I do now, right? I relapsed. I fucked up. What do I do now? I'm going to tell you what you do. Hey, Amanda, you get help, okay? You take that dope that you have in your hand right now. You go to the bathroom and you throw it away, all right? And you call and you get some help. If you have to drive yourself down to the damn emergency room, okay, and commit yourself and say, I'm seeing shit, I'm hallucinating, then do that, okay? I cannot tell you how many times I have called the police on myself because I was so high, and they took me and put me in the damn 72-hour hold, all right? Because if you want to stop using, all you got to do is go get help. All you got to do is, like I said, call the police on yourself. All right? It's that serious. And I know that a lot of you are going to be like, well, you know, I have a job, or what about my kids, or I have a car payment. Oops, that's this thing. You guys, you realize that if you keep on going at the rate you're going, you're not going to have a job. You're not going to have a car payment. Hey, Casey, what's up, baby? You're not going to have anything. You're going to lose everything, because that's what happens when we're in our active addiction. Everything that we once had is going to be down the drain. And I'm not, listen, you guys, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to, like, hurt anybody's feelings or tough love. Like, this is just what it is. Okay? If you have relapsed and you want help, it's time to take the help. Hey, Eric, it's time to stop doing what we've always done, okay, and do something different for a change, all right? After a while, the same behavior that we keep repeating over and over again, it's like the little boy who called wolf. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? So the little boy is out there, and he keeps saying that he needs help, right? Help, help, wolf, wolf. And the people come down there to rescue him. Guess what? There's no wolf. It's kind of like when we relapse. Oh, I relapsed. And then I come and I say, well, let me help you. Let me help you find somewhere to go. Let me help you find detox. Let me help you. Oh, well, I'm okay. I don't need that. Oh, okay. Well, then what? Like, you do realize that relapse is a matter of either life or death. Like, you can die, right? You understand that, right? So it's like, that's where you have to start becoming willing to do something different than what you've done this whole time, right? When we do the same thing over and over again, it's like insanity. Y'all know this. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the definitions of insanity. You know what they say in the meetings. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, right? So if you keep doing the same thing, right? You keep relapsing and you keep trying to get sober on your own, and you keep relapsing again. You keep falling off. You keep failing at that, right? For instance, let me give you guys an example. For about 10 years, I kept trying to get sober through abstinence meetings and doing half of the program, right? I would call my sponsor for like a little bit, and then I would stop calling her. Or I would, go to a couple meetings and then I would fall off, right? I would only do like half of what they told me to do, okay? And then So this time around, I tried something totally different than I've ever done before. And I went and I got put on Suboxone. I got a sponsor and I got into therapy, right? I got me a therapist, a shrink. And that's totally different than I've ever done. But I knew this time around that I had to do something different because all the other times I have done stuff, I kept doing the same thing and it wasn't working, right? And even when I would give it my all, I wasn't succeeding, right? And so this is the first time that I've ever been able to like hold on to any amount of time. Okay, 4 years without drinking and using is a long time for me, you guys. That's a long time. All right, for me, it feels like an eternity. Really, it feels like, I feel like I just can't even believe it. I was just talking to my husband, and I told him, I said, you know, in July 13th, I'll have 4 years without getting high, without shooting up. 4 years without shooting a needle in my veins. That is so huge for me, you guys. Like, I can't even believe it. It's such a miracle. Hey, Brandon. It's such a fucking miracle, you guys. Like, it's just like, I can't even believe it. That's the only way I can say it is I cannot believe it. But I'm going to tell you what happened for me, you guys. When my son got taken away, I had to bite the bullet. Do you know what I'm saying? I had to bite the bullet and get the help. Do you guys think it's not fun going into treatment? Like, I mean, it's not something I look forward to is what I mean, right? Like, I wasn't like, you know what? I just love going to rehab. But I'm going to tell you guys, like, I had to go because I needed to get away from everything, right? Because I was like, when you're like, okay, I know you guys know what I'm talking about, right? When you're like used to like being out in them streets and just doing fucking drama all the time and just chaos, it was like I needed to get in to treatment to like slow down and get focused. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what happened. I don't know why you feel shitty. This is what you need to do, Brandon. This is what you need to do. Take some time and go into detox. Get your life together. I'm telling you guys, it helps so much. Yes, because what happens is it takes you out of that crazy life for a little bit, right? Even if you just like, okay, here's the deal. Sometimes we need to be removed from the situation, right? From where we're at. And so that way we can like have a clear, like concise place to go, right? Oh, those are my wrenches. They are moderators. Hey, Jexie. And so when we go into treatment, listen, you guys, and I don't mean you got to go to a big expensive treatment. Okay. I went into a place that was it wasn't free, but what I mean by free is at the time I had insurance, so it was actually a pretty good deal. But I've been to state-funded treatment centers. I've been to treatment centers that costed money. I've been to treatment centers where I had insurance, and I've been to like boot camp style places where it's like a therapeutic community and it's like a behavioral rehab. All the places I've been, you guys, they all taught me the same information, right? It's just that I wasn't hearing that information for the longest time. And so when I was finally like able to hear that information and like not dissolve it, like what does it happen? Go into my brain, you know what I'm saying? When I was able to take it in and actually start putting it into working order. Because like I can hear stuff, retain it. I can hear stuff and it can go in my mind over and over and over and over and over again, right? But then if I can't put it to work and put that stuff into action, then it's just like a waste, right? Because I'm not doing anything with it. And so like, I guess you could say like it took me 5 treatment centers to like actually be able to put some of the things that I was learning into working order. And then what also helped me is just having somebody else to like kind of guide me on my way. And so I don't ever want you guys to feel ashamed if you relapse or if you're struggling, because that's not the point, you guys. Like there's no shame. I used to relapse every day, all day. Like I don't even know if you would call it a relapse because I just stay high all the time. You know what I mean? I would stay like I would stay high longer than I would be sober. You know what I mean? But what I want you guys to understand is, like, you can go into the army and you can struggle in the army, Brandon, until you like really identify that problem that's going on in the inside. That's what worries me for you. Like, honestly, to God, in my heart, is that when you go into the army, baby, then you're going to have even more stress. Okay, then you're going to have like all that crazy stuff going on with war and stuff. And then what happens if you start drinking? Because I know a lot of my friends that went into the army, they come out and then they drink, you know? And so it just makes me worry, because it's like, I feel like you're just running from yourself, you know what I mean? Because that's what happens to us, is we run from ourselves. I mean, I know, because I did the same thing. Like, I thought, okay, so I fucked up. Let me go. And so I got into college, right? And so I started doing college classes. I thought, this is it. You know, I'm going to get my degree. I'm going to do good. I'm going to get my try to be my smart person, right? And so that didn't work. Well, then I was like, okay, I'm going to move. So I moved and that didn't work. Then I got locked up and I come out of prison, and then that didn't work. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to help you so that way you don't have to keep doing the same thing I did, right? But if you can stay sober for the next 30 days and like get yourself a good foundation and get yourself a sponsor or somebody that you can talk to every single day, and then when you're in basic training, even talk to them too, write them letters and stuff. I pray for you guys all the time. When I hear from you guys, I worry, because I'm afraid that one day I'm going to hear from your moms or your dads or your sisters or your brothers, and they're going to say, hey, I was going through so-and-so's emails and their DMs, and I saw that they were emailing you about addiction, or messaging you about addiction, and I just wanted to let you know that, they're passed away. They're not with us anymore, because that has happened to me with other people in my life that I have met through YouTube and online. And it makes me so afraid, because I don't want any of you guys to struggle, I think the reason why I don't want people to relapse is because in today's day and age, Tobias, you can die. All it takes is one shot, okay? One smoke off that heroin and it's fentanyl, and then you're dead, okay? And so what we have to look at it as is either we are going to go out there and fucking die. So that's how I have to tell myself, you guys, that I have to stay in my mind that I'll die if I go out and use. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, all those times I did relapse in the past, those were learning experiences. Like, I learned a lot from that shit, y'all. I learned a lot. And I also use those experiences now, and I look at it, right? I use those experiences now, and I can look back where I messed up. Like, I can see and tell you guys exactly where I started falling back before. Like, so there's one time that I really, really remember. Hey, Rachel, I see your comment. I'm in a momentary lapse, but still haven't touched hard liquor. Okay, cocaine. Rachel, are you taking pain pills and benzos, girl? Enable for Roxy. Good job, Casey. I'm so proud of you for telling your sister. That's the first step. Oh, your sister loves you. That's Annie, Brandon. That's well, Rachel, it's not about knowing better, you guys. Like, we all know better, right? That's not what it's about. Sometimes, like, I do believe that sometimes we got to go back and get our asses kicked a little bit more, but so that way we'll realize, hey, I don't want to do that shit anymore. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that shit to myself anymore. Because, you guys, for the longest time, I think about it like this. It's like, when I was out there in my active addiction, it was because I was struggling on the inside. I was just watching somebody on a video, and it made me remember what I was like when I was in active addiction. And it was like I was just crying, and I never thought I was going to get out of it. And I thought I was just like, I didn't think I had I didn't have any strength to push forward to get out of it. But if you think about how determined we are when we are getting high, y'all, I can fucking 50 cents into $500 like that if I need to get high. I can go out there and hustle and shake a leg, and I got somewhere to stay. I got some dope. I got my syringes. I got everything I need, right? So if I can be that way when I'm getting sober and fucking hustle like that for my sobriety, that's what we have to do, you guys. We have to put that same effort into recovery that we did into our active addiction. I know you guys can. Y'all are like me. I know all y'all are some hustlers. Okay? But that's the thing. Don't beat yourself up, because that's not going to do anything. Because when you're sitting there going, I know better, I'm a failure, I'm this, I'm that, guess what? You're just sitting there talking to yourself, telling yourself how bad of a person you are. Fuck that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's not conducive for your recovery. Okay, what you need to be telling yourself is, okay, I fucked up. I admit it. But I'm not going to do that again. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up. Whenever I was like, I can remember times where I was just like fucked up high, but I like wanted to be better, you know? So I'd like be in my room trying to organize stuff, making my bed. Y'all, I just make more of a mess. But like, try to start planning yourself for tomorrow. When I sober up, I'm going to get up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm fucking not fucking around anymore. I'm going to go to a meeting. I'm going to meet some people that are sober. I'm going to come on to the channel with everybody on Real Talk Recovery, and we're going to talk about this and that, and we're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. I know, you guys, but we have to motivate ourselves. You know, I'm my own fucking cheerleader, y'all. And you know what? You are your own cheerleader too. And that's how you gotta be. Now, I didn't used to always be like this. I was always like, fuck, no. I'm my own cheerleader now, man. And I get myself pumped up, and I'm like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, right? I gotta come on here and talk to everybody, because I gotta talk. You say, hey, I'm struggling, I got high last night. I'm gonna tell, what did you get high on? Tell me about it. You know what I mean? Like, I have some of you guys that I talk to that I'll call you and you'll be right in the middle of getting something. And I'm like, well, call me when you're done. You know, like, I'm not ever going to act like I'm better than you, because I'm not. Like, any one of us could be in that situation. I could wake up tomorrow and go get a bag. Yeah? I would love it if he was real. I mean, any one of us could be in that predicament. You know what I mean? Nobody's better than the other person. If I could get high, it wouldn't suck so bad. It just prevents withdrawal. Casey, I'm just telling you right now. Yeah. And then I'm just saying, like, you'll never be able to stop. And once you start doing it like that, Casey, I'm just going to be honest with you. Once you start doing it like that, then you will get to a point where you can't get high that way either. Okay? And then so it's just a non-stop circle jerk. Okay? So now you're taking them orally. You can't get high that way. Then you'll try snorting them. You'll start snorting them. Then you'll rot your nose holes out. Did it? Okay? Then you'll have to stop doing that. Then you'll start doing this. Okay? And then you won't be able to get high that way either. You'll be chasing the high for the rest of your life. Believe me. It's not worth it, just so you know. And just so you know, if you start doing it, IV, mark my words, less than 6 months, you'll be locked up. Mark my words. 6 months after I started doing that, I caught a charge. And I went to prison. So, hey, Tim, what's up, bud? That quickly, I lost everything. 6 months after I started doing it. It's a bad way to go, you guys. Do that. I don't recommend that to anybody, but you know what I do recommend If you're in active addiction and your doctor's prescribing you those medications, go to your doctor, okay, and say, hey, man, I want to get off this. I want to get off this crap. Can you please help me get off this stuff? You know? Hey, Eric, it don't matter what your job position is. I've been there. I used to wait tables. I've been a dishwasher. I've been a janitor in a hospital building before. I used to pick up poops for my dad and my mom in their backyard with a pooper scooper for a couple bucks. So it's just like, I'm telling you guys, like, whatever you can do, working is a plus, you know. It doesn't matter what your position is. We all got to start somewhere, all right? And that's a humbling experience too, because I went from having good jobs, well, semi-decent good jobs that I enjoyed, to like having to work right back where I didn't like working, you know? Exactly, you guys. And if you can better, just okay. Y'all ever heard that saying that a grateful heart is a thankful heart? If you can wake up and just look at life from a different point of view and being grateful, okay? Even if it's just, hey, I'm grateful for my little job washing dishes. I got me a little paycheck today. Or if it's, you know what? I'm thankful that I have a house to sleep in, so I don't got to be homeless.
Does slime supposed to make this noise? Can they hear?
Good.
Can they hear?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, guys. What is it making? It's making that noise.
I heard it.
They heard it.
But you know, guys, like, I've done that to Eric. I've done that too. You know, listen, when I used to work at this restaurant, you guys, I was always so messed up on Xanax, right? And I would go in there, and it was so embarrassing, but nobody ever saw me. But I've been there, Eric, where I took their plates off their table, and you know, and I'm like, this is that's mine. This is mine. So we do some things, you know. But listen, y'all don't ever be ashamed of where you've been through, okay? Because that story, your story, you guys, we love you too, Brandon. I love you, Brandon. I don't ever want you to be ashamed. And you're not failing. Please don't say failing, because it's not what it is. It's a setback, okay? It's a minor setback, okay, for a major comeback. And that's what you have to use it as. Use this, Gizmo, you can go outside. Use this to push yourself to want better, okay? Use this setback as something that drives you to succeed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Use this opportunity as motivation, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, you're in a room full of drug addicts and alcoholics. We have all relapsed, okay? I mean, oh, Eric, I used to drink people's drinks and everything. Oh, honey, I used to go behind people and get their alcoholic beverages. Okay, Tim, see you later.
Guys.
Yeah, we've all been there, though. I mean, I have hepatitis C because I used needles after people. There's no judgment from here.
What are you supposed to make this?
Here for me. What, baby?
Watch, guys.
Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh my God, I just got out of a 90-day rehab where I cooked for over 100. Tobias, I did the same thing when I was in treatment. Listen to this. I went to... Hey, Stinkbait, what are you doing? I know, I'm just tooting, y'all. There is, Eric, and I have to go and see. First of all, I don't know if you guys, I know a lot of you guys knew this, but my insurance got cut off, so now I have to get insurance.
Mommy.
So let me tell you,
guys. Mommy needs to fart more. Do the fart look.
Oh,
Mommy's fart. Mommy.
Oh.
Sorry, we're gonna stop this video because Mommy's interrupting it. Mommy needs to fart more. Mommy needs to fart more.
Okay, go. Here, let me do it.
Okay. Put the slime in while you're farting. You're farting! Ew! Pee!
Oh, that's my little boy. That's Nate.
It's the slime making.
Okay, so anyways, let me tell you guys. What was I saying? Okay, about the cooking in the rehab, okay? Here's the thing, you guys. Stink bait. You should know that with a name like that. So let me tell you guys about the cooking thing, Tobias. I went to treatment in this place called South Arkansas Substance Abuse Center. And it was in El Dorado, Arkansas. And when I was in there, they had me be the cook for everybody. So I made bacon and eggs. I made waffles. I made, yes, all kinds of different food. And will you put Gizmo outside? I think she needs to go outside. It was like, we would have like a big old spread every morning, right? You know what, Tobias? You can start your own channel. I always tell everybody, if you like support and you like talking to people, make yourself a channel, guys. It is so amazing, all the love and support that I have gotten from my channel. And I love it. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here. Hey, Sandra. And like I said, there's never any shame, you guys, in having a struggle. Relapses, there's nothing to be ashamed of. The only thing I get upset about is I don't want you guys to sit back and wallow in self-pity. Okay, if you relapse, get up, dust yourself off, and keep it moving. Okay, get back on track. Don't sit back in your mess, okay? Because that's going to keep you just held back even longer. If you're struggling and you feel like you're at the end of your rope, that's good. That's right where you need to be, desperate. Because when somebody reaches and says, hey man, you're at the end of your rope, you need some help, then you'll be willing to take it. You know what I'm saying? Right. No, don't beat yourself up. Just get up and dust yourself off and keep it moving. Get on track. Get rid of that dope. Throw it, flush it down the toilet. Flush it down the toilet. And wake up tomorrow, drink yourself some coffee, go to a meeting, hang out with some sober people. You know, you guys, for real. Because what your addiction wants you to say, oh, I'm worthless. I'm never going to do this. I'm a failure. I'm never going to make it. That's what our addiction wants us to say. Because our addiction wants us to stay isolated in our sickness, right? But the goal is to say, you know what? Okay, so it happened, right? I had a momentary lapse of judgment, right? But I'm not going to stay back there in that shithole no more. I'm going to get up, dust myself off, and I'm going to start new. So anyway, and if you're struggling and you need help or you just want to vent to somebody, you can email me or DM me, you guys. You can ask anybody. Like, just DM me on Instagram or Twitter or email me. I will answer you right back, okay? And I'm never going to be an asshole or say, oh my God, I can't believe this happened, right? I'm just going to be like, okay, well, let's do something different now. Let's change it. Let's do better, right? So anyway, I love you guys. I just wanted to tell y'all that I love y'all, and I really enjoyed the medically assisted treatment support group, you guys. I really had just a good time talking with you guys this evening, and I always just get so much out of it, you guys. And so as much as you guys say that I'm helping you, I just want you guys to know that I get just as much support out of being on here with you guys as you guys get out of it. So I am forever grateful to you guys for allowing me to, you know, just be here with you guys and have this platform and share my life with you and just share what works for me. And I just love it so much. Tobias, I'm so proud of you, man. That's what's up. And that's what you got to do. You can't let that, we have to let that, get that shit away from us, you know, because when it's just sitting there staring us in the face, that's just too much of a temptation, you know? So, yeah, I'll answer. I love you guys, though. I'm going to get off here and just chill out for a second. And so tomorrow's Saturday. Let me just tell you guys, I love y'all too. I love y'all so much. And I mean that, like, for real. I love y'all. Tomorrow is, I thought we was going to my mama's house.